Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hollywood Sports. First of all, guys, I want to say thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for coming to check out Hollywood Sports. I really appreciate it, guys. I don't take it lightly. I just want to say thank you before we get this video started. But what I want to talk about, guys, is the Superstar X Factor's abilities. And break them down. What do you have to do to get in the zone with these abilities, and what do you have to do to get your zone broken in these abilities? And the first one I want to talk about, as you see on the screen, we're talking about Bazooka. And so far in this game, guys, in Madden NFL 20, we know that Patrick Mahomes has Bazooka. Now, I don't know if anybody else in the game has it. I think he's the only one, that the cover boy, Patrick Mahomes, that has the Bazooka ability. Now, I'm not sure, but I think he's the only one that has it. But let's break this ability down. It's a max throwing distance increase by over 15 yards. And you want a strong arm on a quarterback, man. You want a strong arm. Again, a max throwing distance increased by over 15 yards. And you guys can read it with me. You guys can see a generational arm strength. Max throw distance is increased to 80 yards when in the zone. Woo! And you know, that's not gonna, and a lot of people might say that's crazy. A lot of people might say, well, how are you gonna stop that? Well, you gotta think about it like this. It's gonna be tough to get in the zone, get in the zone with 80, increased by 80 yards. Your max throwing distance increased by 15 yards, which will be a max throwing distance increased to 80 yards when in the zone. And it's going to be hard to get in the zone, guys. And what you have to do to get in the zone, to trigger that zone, you have to have five completed passes over 40 yards. That is not easy. That is not easy, guys. That is not easy. You got to complete 5 passes over 40 yards. Now, you might say, now, I don't know if that's in a quarter. I don't know if that's in a half. I don't know if that's in the whole game. We don't really know that yet. But if it's in the whole game, you may be able to reach the zone maybe once or twice. It depends. But that's what you got to do to get in the zone with the Bazooka, guys. Throw 80 yards. You got to have 5 completed passes over 40 yards. That is not easy in a football game, especially going against competitive. Now, you might be able to do it on rookie or something against the CPU. Okay, you can cheat yourself and get in the zone to have fun. That's fine. Get in the arcade mode. But I'm talking about like competitive mode, man. When we going online, when we playing Ultimate Team. Now, I don't know how Ultimate Team's going to work, but I'm just saying. We go straight up online, guys. We do reds and we go compete online. You need to know how these zones are triggered and how they're broken. Now, the knockout conditions is to get 1 sack. That's all you got to do. 1 sack to get him out of the zone. So like we know, Patrick Mahomes, man, if he gets in the zone and he's throwing those deep bombs, it depends on his receivers or what their traits are. Maybe you probably can't get in single coverage. You might have to double team their receivers. I don't know what all the receivers are for the Kansas City Chiefs yet. But yeah, let's just go over them, guys. Let's just go over them, okay? Now, let's talk about a next ability called Blitz Radar. Now, I know Russell Wilson has that ability because I did a video on that yesterday. Now, a Blitz Radar means it highlights extra blitzers after the ball is snapped. So I think that's a good thing in the game, man. So you might notice, you might identify the mic, right? Or you can identify where the blitz is coming from. But there might be 2 blitzes, 3 blitzes, 4 blitzes. It depends on, and they might do all blitz, 0 blitz, right? But it's gonna identify as soon as you snap the ball where the blitzes are coming from. Woo! I like this, man. I like this. So you can escape the pocket, right? Defensive recognition. It's going to give you a defensive recognition. Extra blitzes that are not defensive linemen are highlighted during the play. So it lets you know where the blitzes are coming from. Now, to trigger that to get in the zone, you need 5 scrambles over 10 yards. Again, to have that Blitz Radar ability, it's not easy to get in the zone. Okay, you like Russell Wilson, he has the Blitz Radar ability, but it's going to be hard for him to get in the zone. It's going to be hard for him to get in the zone to have 5 scrambles over 10 yards. Again, A lot of people did that in Madden 19. They scrambled on almost every play, right? They scramble on every play. They roll out to the right. They roll out to the left. They run backwards for 10 or 15 yards. But in this year's Madden 20, you're gonna lose some arm strength. You're gonna get a penalty when you run backwards. And then you got to put up your contains, your defensive contains, your defensive spies. Okay, but they have to scramble over 10 yards. 5 scrambles over 10 yards. That's not easy to get in the zone. And if he does get in the zone, let's say Russell Wilson does get in the zone, the knockout conditions, all you got to do is sack him. Just get 1 sack. And that's going to be hard to do, man, when you got Russell Wilson. He can escape. Okay? That's blitz radar, for the offensive player that has blitz radar. Now, let's talk about max security. Max security is another superstar ability. Now, high success rate on possession catches, which is for the receivers, guys. High success rate on possession catchers, okay? The security blanket secures contested catches and prevents catch knockouts with possession catches when in the zone, okay? Beautiful, guys. So, that natural max security is going to be hard, which means they're probably going to, I don't know if it's connected to the ratings, when you have catching traffic, right? Security blank secures contested catches. So they're not, when they get hit, the ball doesn't come out on the hits, right? They get I can't talk today, guys. I'm sorry. Contested catches and prevents catch knockouts. Okay? So when your guy catches the ball, most likely he's going to hold on to it with the max security. It makes sense. He's securing the ball. He's got max security. With possession catches when in the zone. Now, on possession, I'm not really clear about this, but it sounds like when it says possession catches when in the zone, but it says to get in the zone, you need 4 consecutive catches, okay, to get in the zone. You might have the max security trait or ability, but that doesn't mean you're in the zone. You need 4 consecutive catches to get in the zone. And to knock him out of the zone, you need 1 drop pass or forced incompletion. Forced incompletion. Okay, so we're breaking these things down, guys. I think for me, I'm going to learn these things. I think there's indications on the screen when you're playing, but you don't know how. It doesn't tell you how close your opponent is to getting in the zone. So, I mean, you better know what it takes for your competitor to get in the zone. 4 consecutive catches, and to get out of the zone, 1 drop pass or forced incompletion. That's max security. Now let's go to the 4th ability, pro reads. Pro reads, guys. Let's break it down. It highlights the first open receiver while in the pocket. So obviously we know there's going to be a pass rush in this game, right? You may have a Khalil Mack, you may have a Marcus Lawrence, whatever those guys that may be in the zone. Even if they're not in the zone, they're still going to be deadly with their abilities, their superstar abilities. So this pro read helps you highlight the first receiver while in the pocket. Okay, it keeps the chains moving. The first open receiver is highlighted from inside the pocket when in the zone. So you really have to pay attention, because sometimes we miss open receivers, right? Well, the pro reads, if your player has the ability of pro reads, he's gonna light up. Okay, I think that's how it works, guys. If he's the first receiver open, he's gonna light up. I think, but you have to have that pro reads ability, or maybe that's for the quarterbacks. I'm sorry. I think that's for the quarterbacks when they have pro reads ability. The quarterbacks will get an indication of their first open receiver. There we go, baby. Now we putting this thing together, baby. Now we getting educated, baby. You know what I'm saying? So if your quarterback, let's use Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if he has that trait. He might not have it. I bet you Tom Brady has it. Highlights the first receiver while in the pocket. Okay? To trigger that, to get in the zone, they need 3 consecutive completed passes. Beautiful. And that's easy to get. But it's got to be consecutive. Okay, consecutive. But I think that it doesn't sound too hard to get your quarterback in the zone. And to get him out of the zone, of course, he needs to take 1 sack. A zone knockout, just give him a sack, baby. But you better You better know what your pressure sacks are. Like I said, you better know what your defense is. You better know your defensive plays. You can't always come out in the cover 2. You can't always come out in the cover 3. You can't always come out in the cover 4. Sometimes you got to put some blitz packages together. You got to know your defense, guys, if you want to get these guys knocked out of the zone. Otherwise, you're going to get killed. You're going to get killed if you come out in the cover 2. You can't come out in the cover 2 every single play. A lot of people like to do that. You can't come out in the cover 4 every single play. You got to pick the right plays. Because once the offensive weapons get in the zone, you got to know how to knock them out, baby. And you got to know what plays, you got to have plays ready to go as a defensive coordinator to knock them out of the zone, baby. Let's go. Let's play some football. That's the pro reads, baby. Pro reads. All right, now let's talk about rack 'em up. We talked about rack 'em up on my previous videos. Rack 'em up, baby. It's when the rack catches versus single coverage. Rack catches versus single coverage. Now, running after the catch rarely lets rack catches slip away and secures contested rack catches and single coverage when in the zone. Okay, to get in the zone, you need 7 completed catches for over 20 yards. Now, that's not easy either. And everybody's worrying about these abilities being OP. Guys, it's not going to be easy to have 7 completed catches over 20 yards. Okay, to trigger this in the zone, rack them up. Now, to get knocked out of the zone, 1 drop pass or force incompletion. They're out of the zone. All right? But I know my man Landon Collins, if I got him playing strong safety, and most likely, man, when I was playing the beta, guys, hey, Landon Collins was hitting. He wasn't tackling, he was hitting. He was causing fumbles. So if I can get him out there, man, and if he's in the zone, forget it. Forget it. If Landon Collins in the zone, forget it. He's going to get that drop pass or that force incompletion, baby, when he knocked that ball out. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. We're talking about rack 'em up, baby. We're talking about rack 'em up. All right, guys. Now, we got one more to go. Let's talk about satellite ability. The satellite ability. When rack and possession catches versus single coverage. Rack and possession catches versus single coverage. The factor back secures contested catches and prevents catch knockouts with possession and rack catches. We know a lot of catches get knocked out, guys. So if your receiver has a satellite, he can hold on to the football. Now, to get in the zone with that ability, you need 7 completed catches over 10 yards. 7 completed catches over 10 yards. That's not easy. Again, that is not easy to get in the zone, guys. All right. Knockout conditions: 1 drop pass or forced incompletion. Again, that's the same thing as a knockout. So the receivers, man, they have a nice variety of abilities, have a satellite ability. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. I decided to break these abilities down. And these are all the offensive abilities, guys, for the offense, okay? So you got the quarterback, the receivers. I'm probably sure some of the running backs going to have it too. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. But if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Join the team of Hollywood Sports. And let's do this thing, man. Madden 20 is right around the corner. And as always, hopefully. And matter of fact, I want to let y'all know again. Here's my little small commercial. I'm going to be doing CFM, my franchise. I'm going to be doing Ultimate Team this year. I'm be competing competitively in Ultimate Team this year, guys. And also, I will be doing my Sunday Night Football competitive online, head-to-head, smash their heads, knock them out football. All right, so hit that subscribe button, join the team, guys, and let's do this thing. And as always, hopefully I will see everybody hopefully on my next video. Thanks for watching.
That's all, folks.